Welcome to the Good Parent, Bad Parent podcast by Kenneth and Kenneth. I'm your host, Kenneth.
And I'm your host, Kenneth.
Today's topic is 15 things you should know before marriage. Do you think that people should have conversations before marriage, Kenny, or should they just blindly go into it and see what happens?
100% they should have many conversations.
Absolutely. Let's start with number one. Beauty has an expiration date. What do you think about that, Kenny?
In the physical sense, yes, it does. In the soulful sense, it can last forever.
That's really nice, Kenny, in the soulful sense. Yeah,
like
you know
that.
what?
I like
People
that.
aren't buying that. They aren't trying to hear that crap. They want somebody who's gorgeous, right?
Come on,
It's
man.
like, listen, huh?
I said, come on, let me get my word in.
All right, that's good. Look, right? Some people think that their beauty is going to last forever. So they don't work on their personality, they don't work on their skills or anything else. There's a such thing as pretty privilege. And guess what? Some people stay gorgeous for their entire life, but that's not normal, okay?
Right.
You will age. So when you like someone, it has to be for more than how they look, okay? Even though we all like somebody who looks nice, but you have to have more than that if you're thinking about having a long-term relationship. If it's just a fling, well, then it doesn't matter. But if you're talking about a marriage, then you have to like more than how they look. Right, Kenny?
I can agree with. Yeah.
Absolutely. Number two, religion. Let's talk about religion, Kenny. What's up?
Yeah, I think it's really important to make sure religiously or spiritually that you are on the same page.
Absolutely. Especially when raising kids. If you're going to teach them anything at all, you have to know where the person stands beforehand, and you will save yourself a lot of headache, heartache, and arguments. Right, Kenny?
That's right.
Number three, money. What about money, Kenny? What's up?
Ding, ding, ding. Number one reason of
Number
failed
one.
marriages.
Number one. Why?
Because somebody usually don't know what they're doing with money.
Exactly. You got to know how to invest it, how to use it, how to save it, how to move it around. You know, there's a whole bunch of things that you have to know about money. It's not just about spending it, earning it. That's the thing. And then keeping it is even harder than earning it. So
And then
you have
making
to
it
know.
work for you.
Making it work for you. That's right. Through investments. You have to know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, you're going to have a hard time. Right, Kenny?
That's right.
Okay, the next one. The person you marry today might be a completely different person in 20 years. Is that true, Kenny?
100% true. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you have to really get to know that person and like that person and kind of grow with them so that you'll both kind of be in the same space, because you are always hear in divorce court, what is it? Irreconcilable?
Irreconcilable.
Irreconcilable. What?
Irreconcilable differences.
Irreconcilable. Yeah, my bad. I should have paid attention to school. But yeah, when you have that, it's just people just saying we grew apart. That's basically what they're saying, right, Kenny?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, number five. Discuss each other's dreams and how to achieve them. What's up, Kenny, with that?
Really important to know where they want to be in the end game and what their goals, and help each other work to get there.
Absolutely, because that happens all the time. People, well, we have different interests and we've grown apart. So don't grow apart. Grow together. Right, Kenny?
Right.
All right, number six. There's no such thing as an even workload. What's up with that, Kenny?
There's no such thing as an even workload is true. There is no such thing as an even workload.
I expect my wife to be out there pulling weeds, cutting grass, and doing all this other stuff that I have to do. We're taking out the trash and all this other stuff, washing the cars. And, sometimes it's going to be a uneven load, and it's going to seem like the other person is doing more.
Right.
But you have to make it fair. Don't just let one person do all the work and be sitting there dying, split it up so that it can be fair. Right, Kenny?
Yeah, when it comes to like raising kids, obviously the mom is going to do a lot more than the dad in most cases.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you. When our kids were first born, my wife did a lot. Did I help? Yes, but I just helped. She did a lot. Okay, she did most of it. I mean, listen, I'm going to give credit where it's due. She did most of it. When the baby's screaming and crying, I'm like, hey, take her. I don't know what's going on. It's driving me crazy. Yeah. All right. Number seven, discuss and determine each other's strengths and weaknesses. What's up with that, Kenny?
Oh yeah, definitely got to know what I'm good at and what she's good at, and whatever I'm not good at, she might be better at. Then you gotta let it be.
Right. If somebody is better at cooking, let them cook, for crying out loud. No one wants to eat your lousy food if you can't cook. All right. Let the other person do it. Or if someone's better at driving, let them drive. It depends on what they're better at. Let people do what they're good at so that you'll both thrive. And then you can learn from that other person and make things work. Right, Kenny?
That's right. Limits any arguments.
That's right. Number eight, learn to grow together.
Oh,
What about
yeah.
that, Kenny?
That's a good one. Learn. I like the word learn. Learn to
Learn.
grow together. Yeah.
Even though some people are stupid and won't learn no matter what. Some people don't learn, Kenny. Some people, they can bash their head on the wall 500 times and they'll never learn. But some people do
It's
learn.
true.
So learn to grow together so that your marriage or your relationship will not end. It can thrive and continue until you're both old and gray. How about that, Kenny?
They say those who learn together stay together.
Yeah, exactly. Number 9, decision making. What will be the tiebreaker if both people disagree on a subject or a topic or a decision that has to be made? What's going to be the tiebreaker? You got to have this conversation, right, Kenny?
Yeah, I think that's important. I don't know how that conversation would go or how you would come about it, but yeah.
I know how. Like for example, right? If we're talking about grass, if we're talking about I want to put down some special turf or something. If she
Mhm.
doesn't know anything about grass and I do, that's the tiebreaker. Or like let's say that she wants to talk about saving money and she's a accountant. Well, the tiebreaker is you're the accountant, so I can't question that. So that's the tiebreaker. There's a method to my madness, Kenny.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Number 10, marriage is not always about having fun, Kenny. Is that true? Is it fun every day, Kenny?
It's not fun every day, but you got to try to have some fun.
You got to try to have some fun, but you got to understand that marriage is a process. You know, it's a relationship, it's a process. And when you're raising kids, I mean, that's a whole nother dynamic that goes along with it. And guess what? It's not going to be fun. When a kid is crying and everything is crazy and the house has toys all over the place, it's not always fun. But you can't give up. You have to keep fighting the fight so that your marriage will continue and will thrive, right, Kenny?
That's right. Anything you want to perfect or get good at, you got to work. Got to work at it.
Exactly. That's right. Number 11. This is one of my favorites, Kenny. Staying in shape. What about that, Kenny?
Yeah, I think it's important, even though it's really, really hard. Once you get content, it's hard, but staying in shape is really important.
It's not hard, Kenny. And the reason it's not is because so many people, when they divorce, they end up looking like superstars. At first, they was a slovenly, sloppy slob, but then when they divorce, they look like $1 million. So that's telling me that it's not hard.
Why
That
is
proves
that?
it.
Why is that too? Why do you think
Because you
that
gotta
is?
because you gotta find a brand new dummy to put up with your crap. So you gotta have some bait. And the bait is looking good. Get them roped in there and then get sloppy again.
And then repeat the
Of
cycle?
course, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Right. No, I mean, look, right. Seriously speaking, you have to stay in shape for your health, so that you can be here to see your kids and your grandkids and, possibly your great grandkids. You never know. Stay in shape for yourself so that you'll feel good and you'll look good. Right, Kenny?
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Number 12. Do you like your significant others, family members, Kenny? Is that important?
It is important. But the question is, do you have to like them?
You don't have to like them, but it's more advantageous if you do,
Yeah.
because having family wars is not fun, right?
And makes it hard on the marriage, actually, if you have issues with the in-laws.
It makes it hard on the family. It makes it hard on the children. It makes it hard on everyone. It's like, but the funny thing is, if you get along with the family perfectly, you probably won't get along with your spouse. But if you
That's
get
right.
along with your spouse perfectly, then you probably won't get along with the family. Life
Can't
has irony, has a sense of humor, right,
can't
Kenny?
have it all. Can't have it all.
Can't have it all. Well, some people can, but it's rare. All right, number 13, intimacy. It changes with time, Kenny. So you have to like that person for more than just the physical aspect of the relationship, Kenny. Is that true?
Yeah, it's called foundation. You got to have a foundation. When you run out of the physical aspect of things, you got to have something that's going to keep you together.
A lot of people's foundation is built on sand, Kenny, so it washes away. It washes away quick. You have to really love that person. Just like if a person gets sick, right? It takes a lot to really continue to love them and to be there and to not give up or get frustrated. It's like you have to love that person for who they really are. I mean, I know it sounds cornball, but it's true. You have to really love them inside and out and not just for one or two aspects, because then it's not going to last. It's going to vanish as quick as steam when you open the bathroom door after a shower. It's going to be out of there real fast.
Poof.
Poof. Number 14, discussions versus arguments and tempers. Do you need to know if someone has a temper before you get married, Kenny?
Yeah, there's
Why?
too many stories that I've heard that they said they ended up being crazy after being with him for a year.
Yeah. You have to find out if you are dating a maniac, right? You just have to see them in situations that they're under pressure. And if they show you that they're a maniac, well, then go on your own way.
And there's a difference
And
between discussion and arguments. You're right.
yeah, it is. It is, and some people, that honeymoon stage can just blind you so much that you just kind of overlook things. And then the next thing you know, you're in a mess. But since most people now get married a little bit later, I think that they're making out better because they kind of know what they want, what they'll put up with, what they won't. So, it's kind of working out better that people are getting married a little later at like 28 and 30 instead of 18,
Yeah, I
right?
agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, the last one, number 15, how to raise children and taking care of stepchildren. How important is that, Kenny?
I think it's really important. And should it be discussed prior to marriage? Yes, 100%. There should be long discussions on that.
There's a lot of dynamics when it comes to stepkids, baby mamas, baby daddies. It's a whole thing. The kid might not like you. You might not like the kid. There's a whole thing. It's kind of like when you give birth to a kid, that's your karma right there, wrapped up, bundled up in that blanket.
Yeah.
So you kind of, there's a special bond there from the start for most normal human beings that you're like, okay, it's like whenever I see someone's kid doing something bad, I see them let out a big sigh and their shoulders kind of slump like, I did bring them here, so this is what I get. That's right. That's what you get. You brought them here. But when it's a step kid, that's not exactly it. You didn't bring them there, right? But,
Hmm.
all kids deserve love. So you have to make sure that beforehand that you're willing to give them the love that they deserve. It's not their fault that things went bad, that it went south. Right, Kenny?
That's right. Good one. Good one.
All right. Well, look, these were the 15 things you should know before marriage. Do you have anything for our audience, our little tiny audience, since we just started? But for our audience, since we're just starting out, what do you want to tell them, Kenny, about if they feel like no one cares? What do you want to say, Kenny?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that you and I are both not marriage experts, but these
Not at all.
topics, yeah, these topics are good to know, and I'm pretty sure to help somebody. So just know that if you think nobody else cares,
That's right.
we care.
We do. So we'll see you next time and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. We need you people. All right. So that we can get this off the ground. We need you. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching the Good Parent, Bad Parent podcast by Kenneth and Kenneth. Click the link below for instructions on how to share your story on our show. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.